let's move on to the next question then. So, how, as we discussed a lot there, how will the growing focus on like ethics impact data governance frameworks? Because this is enough. I think this is another growing field, isn't it?
It's really a growing field. And as part of my work at Nousot, I've created a new framework as to how we deliver data governance and AI governance capabilities. And data ethics is really at the top of the chain when we're, especially in the AI marketplace, because we have to be ethical about how we create our models. We have to be ethical about keeping bias out of our data science models so that they're not giving us false positives. They're not driving us in the wrong direction. Everybody talks about how Google tried to do their AI and it was flawed with bias in their mechanism and they had to take it down and it was embarrassing for them. Data ethics is incredibly important here because we want to make sure we're using data for good. We want to make sure that we're doing it for all the right reasons, but we also want to make sure that we're not doing it for the wrong reasons. And where sometimes we're too intrusive, sometimes we're putting ourselves in positions where we may be wanting to answer a lot of the challenges of the world. Sometimes maybe we're too personal about it, or sometimes maybe we're going down a pathway that we shouldn't be going. So I do think that data ethics is going to become an increasingly important component of how we deliver things from a data management perspective. And I think that will be maybe the new opportunity for data enablement organizations to be successful, to make sure that data ethics are being managed appropriately and responsibly.
Mm. Yeah, and I think it's, like I said, like it's going to be a growing field, and I think it's going to be one of them where it's going to be new. It's going to create new opportunities because it's going to just add, it's open up different areas to go down, isn't it, for businesses?
Oh, yes. I think, frankly, businesses have more data about their consumers and their customers than they've ever had before. They're able to analyze their behaviors in ways that they've never been able to see in the
Mm.
past. The world is very intrusive these days. I used to work in media and entertainment, and when you're able to see the consumption histories of consumers as far as what they're seeing on television and what they're watching and when they're watching it, you're really in the living room now with all of your customers. And that may be a level of intrusion that customers may not necessarily be excited about. Now, we give them recommendations. Netflix lives on giving you recommendations for programming because they think they have a good handle on what you like to watch. So they're monitoring all of that consumption that you're giving them based on the titles that you're viewing, based on your viewership. And now they're providing you recommendations, but they completely understand what consumer Ben is watching on Netflix. And
Mm.
you may not necessarily be very excited about the fact that Netflix is in your living room saying, hey, how do they know that I would like this? Or how do they know that I would respond to this way? That's because, hey, they're in your living room with you. So the ethical usage of that data is becoming
Yeah,
paramount because if that data gets in the wrong hands, hey, Ben, why did you watch that title versus this title? How do you know that? So
yeah.
again, ethics at the top of the tree, because as we know more and more about our customers, as we get deeper into their lives, deeper into the understanding of all the data that's out there in the world that we can use to our benefit, we have to make sure that we're doing it ethically and responsibly.